10, 9, 8, 7. RS-25 engines lit. 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff. The crew of Artemis 2 now bound for the moon.
That has got nothing to do with the moon. And I know that because I've seen this exact playbook before, just not in space, on the water. This is about market share. When I graduated from the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy, I got my Marine Engineer's license and started sailing on ships. It was at the tail end of U.S. maritime dominance. The U.S. Merchant Marine fleet was down to roughly 700 ships from over 2,000 ships at the end of World War II. And it became very clear to me, very quickly, that we didn't just lose ships, we lost control. Control of the routes, control of how goods moved, control of the system itself. And once that happens, you're no longer playing your game. You're playing someone else's, and you're doing it on their field. I now realize this is the way all markets work. And this is exactly what's happening right now in space. The headlines are all talking about space exploration. But I'm curious, do you think this is about exploration or control? Do me a favor, just type one word, exploration or control, in the comments, because I'm super curious about what you think. I know firsthand what it feels like to operate in an environment controlled by someone else. When we started our shipping company, we didn't really have a choice. Almost all U.S. imports and exports were already moving on foreign flagged ships. The U.S. had lost control. Our fledgling little shipping company couldn't compete against all the foreign flags. Hell, we couldn't even find a U.S. flagged ship to buy. So we bought a foreign flagged ship and reflagged it. Now, the business model worked out pretty well for us financially, but that was because we were really, really niched. But there's no question that the U.S. was losing the maritime race for control. And if you zoom out, space has followed the exact same pattern. In the early space race, the Soviets were launching more than anyone. The US was trying to catch up, and China wasn't even in the game yet. Fast forward, now the US is scaling fast, China is coming on strong, and the race is accelerating again. So no, we're not going back to the moon. We're going back to make sure we don't lose control. This isn't about planting a flag. It's about building the system, the launch systems, the orbital paths, communication networks, fueling capabilities. It's all about the system. And whoever builds it first sets the rules. Artemis 2 isn't really about the moon. Just like market share isn't really about customers. Market share is all about control. Control of attention, control of positioning, control of how your product is found, understood, and chosen. Because if you don't control that, you're playing a game on someone else's home field. All right, so I'm really curious now. As we follow this Artemis 2 journey, do you still think this is about the dark side of the moon? Drop me a comment and let me know your take.